Have you heard about oil pulling? It's one of those ancient practices that's suddenly everywhere, promising all kinds of amazing things for your oral health. But with all the hype, it's really hard to know what's real and what's just a myth. Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we're going to cut through all that noise. In this explainer, we're going to dig into what the actual scientific research and what dental experts really have to say. We'll look at the potential benefits, for sure, but also the crucial limitations you absolutely need to be aware of. So first off, what even is oil pulling? Well, it's definitely not some new wellness fad. This is an ancient practice that comes from Ayurvedic medicine in India, going back thousands of years. It was known as kavala or gandusha, and the basic idea was to use oil to help purify the mouth. That's a really fascinating history, right? But for us, the big question is, does this ancient wisdom actually hold up to modern science? I mean, can swishing oil around in your mouth really make a difference? Well, let's find out. To understand how it could possibly work, we need to zoom in on the specific oil that's most popular for this today, coconut oil. And it turns out there's a really unique chemical reaction that happens right inside your mouth.
So why all the buzz about coconut oil in particular? Well, for one, it's got a pretty mild taste, and it's easy to find and affordable. But the real star of the show, its secret weapon, is something called lauric acid. This stuff is a really powerful fatty acid, and it's the key to everything we're about to talk about.
And this is where the science gets super interesting. When that lauric acid from the coconut oil meets your saliva, a process called saponification kicks in. Now, I know that sounds complicated, but it's not, I promise. It is literally the same chemical reaction that's used to make soap. The fatty acids in the oil react with the natural alkaline stuff like bicarbonates that are already in your saliva.
What this means is you are creating a tiny bit of all-natural soap right there in your mouth. The lauric acid and your saliva create this soapy substance that acts like a cleanser. It basically makes your teeth feel super slick, which makes it way harder for plaque to stick around and build up. It's a pretty brilliant natural cleansing mechanism, isn't it?
Okay, so that's the theory, and it sounds great. But does it actually hold up when we put it to the test? Let's take a look at what the clinical research shows.
To really see if this works, scientists had to focus on the main enemy of our teeth, this one specific bacteria called Streptococcus mutans. This is the primary bad guy behind tooth decay, so anything that can reduce its numbers is a huge win for our oral health.
And wow, the results are pretty clear. A study back in 2016 measured the amount of this bacteria in people's saliva. Just look at this chart. After only 2 weeks of daily oil pulling, there was a really significant drop in those bacterial counts. That's a real measurable effect.
So we know it can fight back against bad bacteria. But what about our gums? You know, the inflammation and bleeding that comes with gingivitis? That's another huge concern, especially if you're serious about your health. So can oil pulling help with that too?
Well, the answer seems to be a resounding yes. A 2018 study tracked people with gingivitis, and the results are just fascinating. You can see this steady, consistent drop in their gingivitis scores over 3 weeks. What's really impressive is that by day 7, you could already see an improvement. And by day 21, their score had dropped by more than half. That's a huge step towards much healthier gums.
I mean, the researchers' own conclusion was so direct. They said coconut oil pulling practice is more effective in reducing the severity of gingivitis. That is a really powerful statement coming straight from a peer-reviewed scientific journal.
Okay, this all sounds really good, but here's a question for you. How does this ancient practice stack up against a modern, lab-created product? Let's put it head-to-head with the gold standard of antibacterial mouthwash.
This is where it gets really amazing. It's like a showdown, ancient remedy versus modern medicine. Studies have actually compared coconut oil directly to chlorhexidine, which is a very powerful, often prescription-strength mouthwash. And the results? The research found that coconut oil is just as effective at knocking out that S. mutans bacteria. But, and this is a huge but, it does it without the annoying side effects of chlorhexidine, like staining your teeth or messing with your sense of taste. And of course, it's way cheaper and easier to get.
Now, with all these positive findings, it can be really easy to get carried away and think this is some kind of miracle cure. But it is so important that we talk about how to do this in a safe and smart way, and where it really fits into your routine.
So here is the most crucial point I want you to take away. Dental experts and all the researchers are very clear about this. Oil pulling is what's called an adjunctive therapy. That's just a technical way of saying it's a powerful addition to your oral care, but it is not and should never be a replacement for the basics.
So let's be crystal clear on the rules for using this safely. Number 1, and this is non-negotiable, you have to keep brushing and flossing. Oil pulling helps them out, it does not replace them. Number 2, a really practical tip, always spit the oil into a trash can. If you spit it in the sink, it can harden and clog your pipes. Big mess. Number 3, never ever swallow the oil. Remember, its job was to pull out all the gunk and bacteria from your mouth. You want that stuff out, not in. And finally, it should go without saying, but if you have a coconut allergy, this isn't for you.
So if you've heard all this and you're thinking, okay, I'm curious, I want to give this a try, the best part is that it is incredibly simple to add to your morning. Let's just walk through a really practical, beginner-friendly routine.
Here's literally all you have to do. Step 1. First thing in the morning, before you eat or drink anything, pop about a tablespoon of coconut oil into your mouth. Step 2. Just gently swish it around. Now, some traditional guides say to do this for 20 minutes, but modern experts say that just 1 to 3 minutes is plenty to get the benefits. Step 3. Spit it out into the trash can. And Step 4. Just brush and floss like you normally would. That's it. It's such an easy habit to build.
So, oil pulling is a fantastic addition to your external, hands-on routine. But for those of you who are really serious about taking a fully comprehensive approach, it's also worth thinking about how you can support your oral health from the inside out. And I want to share something that complements these practices perfectly.
Prodentim is an advanced oral probiotic formula designed to support your mouth's natural microbiome balance from the inside out. The creators are so confident in their product that they're offering a special discount along with a full 60-day money-back guarantee. You can find the direct link in the video description below to learn more and claim this special offer.
So as we've seen, there's some really compelling science behind oil pulling. Now, it's not a magic bullet, but the research shows it is a safe, effective, and natural way to complement everything else you're doing. Which really just leaves one final question. Could this ancient practice be the missing piece in your modern oral care routine? Thanks so much for watching.